What's going on, everybody? This is Afro Think Tank. Today, I want to answer that question on King Ganda. He had a show, Nigerians the smartest people in the world. And I'm going to say, as an African American, yes, they are the smartest people in the world. And let me make my examples. And I'm going to be coming from a different perspective, which I don't see anybody who's looking at the bigger picture ever express or ever convey. Because there's so many egos involved in this. Anytime one group of black people, highlights, an achievement or something spectacular about another group of black people, egos get involved, and all of a sudden people want to measure eggplants and measure this and measure that. But let me tell you how I believe, and I know that Nigerians, or the people, and for argument's sake, when people say Nigerians, we're talking about that whole area, right? We call it Nigeria now, but we're basically talking about a specific group of people from the western portion of Africa, right? To be honest, right? Because a Nigerian itself is several different groups of people, several different types of people. But let me tell you how smart and amazing and excellent those people are. When those people were taken hundreds of years ago, right? The Yoruba, the Hausas, the Fulanis, the Igbos, all these people that we call Nigerian, all the other tribes that I didn't mention. Even when you take an African out of his natural habitat through duress, even when you took that quote unquote Nigerian 6,500 miles away to a foreign land and you put him in the midst of people who he doesn't know, under duress, under slavery, somehow that Nigerian is still managed to be a genius, still managed to invent some of the most significant inventions that make modern life as amazing as it is comparatively, right? Even when you take a Nigerian, you take his culture away, you take his language away, you take his identity away, you take his I say language away, you take his sense of self away, somehow, despite all of that, and you torture him, you grape him, you grape her, you destroy the family, somehow out of all of that, what we call a Nigerian is still able somehow through his own, the power of the blackness, the power of his West African DNA, somehow still manages to invent all the amazing technologies that make us what we are today. Still managed to invent things like refrigeration, even when we were titled something else. When they took away who we were and they started to call us colored, Negro, African American, black, all these different terms, somehow, despite us not knowing ourselves, we still managed to develop all these amazing technologies. We still managed to push the world into a higher level just based off the things we invented under duress, out of our element, without our traditional knowledge, without our foundation of black excellence, on another soil. We were able to do all that, right? And just so we know it's not a fluke, even on the continent, those Nigerians or those West Africans that never left still consistently showed that they had the ability to invent things that make this world a great place. Even when the second group of those very same Nigerians that we call made it to America, and still continue to contribute to the amazing inventions and technologies that make this world great today. Yes, I'm talking about the African American, the ones that came here because of the transatlantic slave trade, and the Africans who came over here, after there's the civil rights and all that stuff. So yeah, Nigerians, or the people we call Nigerians, or this specific group of West Africans, are the smartest people in the world, and there's history proves that. That's all I got to say. It's Afro Think Tank. Learn some, teach some. I'm out.